The thing you should notice with this rear view mirror dash camera is that it is zoomed in more than your typical dash camera. What that means for you is that if you are looking at a car, you're going to get a better view of the license plate. It is a much closer up shot. So this is especially good if you're looking for those extra details, like getting the license plate or something like that. And then obviously the other unique thing about this is you just put it over your rear view mirror. This is probably as easy as it gets to install. You just kind of get these rubber things, put it around the rear view mirror, and that is it. You just plug in power and you're ready to go. After I show you the setup for this, I'll talk a bit more about my experience and why this might be good for you. This was sent to me so I could make this video. Let's have a look at all the parts. So it does have a separate GPS module. It's powered via USB-C, and the way you attach this to your rear view mirror is you just use these rubber parts and you wrap it around these hooks, and that keeps everything in place. And for the backup camera, it plugs in via USB-C and has your red and black wires for, I believe, the brake wires. So the thing to be aware of is you do want to hook it up to your reverse light. So you tie the red trigger wire, positive terminal, and there is an installation video to show in more detail how to do that. It does come with a 64 gigabyte TF card. Go ahead and put that in now. Let's go ahead and plug it into power. Take the sticker off. All right, and the whole mirror is a touch screen. So you can go to the dash cam, you can view your files. Let's go ahead and look at some of the camera settings. You can change the resolution to 4K or 2.5. You can change what you want the video length to be. I'll go ahead and change this to 5 minutes. You can change G-sensor sensitivity. There's a parking monitor, time-lapse recording if you want to do that, but you will need to use the hardwire kit for that. For the timestamp, it is on by default. We will leave that. And then we've got options for the rear view once we connect the camera. So in the main settings, we can set the rear view default to off, but if you want, you can also set that on. It's got auto screen off after 1 minute. You can adjust the speed, and here is where you format the TF card. Let's go ahead and do that now. As you hopefully saw, this is pretty easy to set up, but it's also really nice that it's a giant touchscreen. So unlike your standard dash camera where you usually have these hard to maneuver buttons and just it's kind of difficult to press and go around the menu, on this it's as easy as can be. The whole thing is a touchscreen. If you want to change the view, you just kind of swipe the mirror, or I guess it's a screen technically, so that you can show either the front camera, the rear camera, or you can do a split screen. And speaking of this as a mirror, one of the questions that I had is how well is this going to work as a rear view mirror, because it is not a mirror. So your two basic options are you can either use the camera and have the rear camera on all the time, or if you have this to auto set off, or if you just don't have the camera displaying, you can kind of use it as a rear view mirror, but it is going to be darker than just using a typical mirror. You can use this and you can see behind you just looking at the screen as a mirror, but it's not going to be nearly as bright as your typical rear view mirror. And the other thing to be aware of is this is going on top of your existing rear view mirror, so it is quite a bit bigger. So depending on how much space you have on your windshield, if you have a smaller car or if this is closer to you, it is going to take up a little bit more viewing space. I'll go ahead and show you some more footage so you can see what it looks like in different environments. I will point out that on the touchscreen, you can actually kind of change the angle going up and down. So the video on this is actually zoomed in, I believe, digitally. So that's what allows you to move up and down. As far as I'm aware, there is no way to zoom out completely to get more of that widescreen view. It is always zoomed in, so it's going to be focusing more on the back of cars, on the license plates and things like that. As far as the setup goes, hopefully you could see if that works for you or not. And again, the installation for this is about as simple as it gets. Just put it over your rearview mirror, ready to go. So if getting a dash camera is something you want to consider, but you don't know if you want something permanently installed, you could always try something like this first. And then of course, if you like it, you can just leave it there permanently.